Yeah, I became good in recording videos finally. So as you already saw, this amazing TM processes. We are now in Keep. About develop, we talk more about team standards, and will go more in details during our network calls because it's huge area. When we can go in details, like in each touch point, to understand how to make it better for our LCs and so on. And we will continue our education today with the keep and engagement survey. Because previous meeting there was just two people, it was not make sense. But I will manage to cover everything for you today and be on point. Um, yeah, the main expectation meeting as the previous time, who was on team standards, will be half half. Half it will be education because some of the things you don't know, some of I will bring a bit external perspective and so on. But something we will co-create and we will decide. Because yes, this is like the education itself, but we need to understand how we will implement it in ISIC in Spain. Because most of the things was not on the place or was like somewhere appearing, but not in the proper way. And we need to understand how we will work on it as the whole network. Yeah, and our NST, Elsa on this meeting, almost everyone. It's really cool. These people will work on you on implementing these things as well. This is why they're here also to be part of co-creation, to know you more, for you to know them more, and so on. Yeah, and today we will talk about robotic recognition, about LCM as touch point, and about engagement survey. But in the beginning, we need to understand, okay, how we're measuring keep stage. I know that most of you already know. I hope so. But some of you are fresh, so I need to adapt for everyone. So we're measuring keep stage mainly with retention rate because we working to keep people. So keep people, we have these people inside the LC. You saw this table in the letters. I will present it more often from now on because we start to have people. But all data which I put in this table is from Podium. So simply, if you want to know uh, how many people in your LC, it's better to use Podio because it's why it's active sustainable. I have this table also for the whole previous semester. So if you're putting your data here, I keep it. I keep it for you for my successor. So for example, next time in October, uh, my successor will be able to compare your data from October previous year and your data now, and you will understand how you are developing in keep stage, in retention rate, in the whole LC. This is why it's really important. How to count retention rate? Very simple. Current number of members and team leaders divided on located members. Why I'm not counting EB? Because EB is usually staying for 1 year. At least they're supposed to stay for 1 year. So they a bit usually miss up the data and they don't bring really a huge difference. Database. I hope everyone know how to use. Everyone know how to use. Yes. No. Oh, amazing! It was good thing that I put it. It's very I don't know why it's happening. Okay. It's very simple. I like here Podio like in this way because like you have information about each of your member. How it's used, I think I already shared with you two links. Why? One for of them is for members to join. So if you want to have new member here, you need to share the first link. I can put it one more time in the output. Usually it's look like this is the form. when people put in their positions and so on and so on, like basic information. Yeah, and why you can't put the people directly, because of GDPR, privacy policies. So they need to click that they agreed, and they agreed that we will work with the data. So as soon as you have all your people here, usually they appeared if you use these amazing filters. Yeah, I love audio because of filters. It's very useful to have it. And here in this thing, you can see the people who is in your LC active members in March. And each month, I'm changing this to understand who fill database this month and who not. Um, as soon as you have, for example, I will put who is not here. Um, it's hard to choose the LC. I will put the I don't know. Let's use Galicia. So I'm Isaac in Galicia. I'm putting and 24 people. Of course, now in Galicia we don't have 24 people. There is some active members, someone who finished term, someone who resigned, and so on. So I need to use one more filter. The current status. I need to have only active members, so 7. And if I understand that someone already is not active member and so on, I'm going to the person and I'm very simple to change the status of the person. If you need any more, just tell me, I will add. It's not a big problem. And the most important, I put a month of review, the current month. So now it will be March. So I will know that this member is active member in March. And this is how I'm collecting data. And actually, you can use the filters. Else, it's good for big LCs, like how many people you have per area and so on. You are arriving to synergy meeting. You check this data to understanding who is still in LC, who is not, and so on. And one more cool thing. I will go to the bigger LC, and I will go to someone. Um, I don't know. Let's have someone from IGV. And this is connecting with everything. For example, like for other members, it will be more. But if a member fill engagement survey, you can go and you can check answers of the person. And also, if this person a bit longer in LC, they also have previous engagement service. So if you have problems with some member, you can go from each of his answers or her answers and understand, okay, how he felt before and so on. So to have more information about person. Is it clear now how to use it? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Actually, they're alumni because if you are not in EB or team leader or team member, you are becoming alumni of organization. Somewhere this process automatically, you're finished, you're alumni, done. Somewhere it's like decision making. For example, I became alumni because my LC decided to make me alumni of organization. But they're like they yes, they're active members. Actually, a bit divide this part. So you have current role and extra role. So they have an ST role now. Um, okay, I will choose someone from Valencia. Um, okay. Let's choose this person. So if you want to update data about person, first the main things, its status. This person active member, he's now in the LC. He left. You fired him, or he finished his term. And you need to put months of update. It's March. So yeah, I will understand that this data is relevant for March. So when it will become April, you refresh all people and you put, okay, this is people for April. This is because I'm putting all data by months here. So for now, I have table like March. I will share it with you in the letter. And there is like all your people, and I collecting all data from Podio. And this is for me only one way to understand how many people you have and so on. Not asking each of you uh, directly, because from you it will take more time. And mainly it's instruments for you to keep data about your membership and understand like how things is going. Any other questions about database? Everyone, it's clear? Amazing. We can go to more interesting things. So keep. How do you think? What is influence on keep part? What is make people to keep according the processes which we are doing? So if they're engaged, they so if they engage, they committing to the mission, to what they're doing, to their team, to people, and so on. Mm-hmm. And it's part of development. Okay, something else? Other opinions? Mm-hmm. Okay. According to the process, it's main four team standards. We are working with the person. So I as a member have someone who lead me through all this experience, who working on my personal development, such as like one to ones, personal development plan, and so on. Someone who are collecting us as a team and leading us in one direction. So I feel that someone care about me as a person. It's my leader. This is team standards fulfillment. Next is national educational cycle. So okay, someone care, someone lead me, but actually I know what to do, and I'm learning new things because I'm not just okay. I'm doing approves, I'm calling people and so on. It also depends how you give them this education. If it's practice oriented, I know how to be customer oriented. I know how to make calls. I know how to be B2C, business to customer. I know how to communicate with other countries and so on and so on. This is two parts connecting with the developed part. And the next two, according mainly to keep, it's about the recognition. Okay, I'm with the team. I learn things. I'm doing things, and people appreciate my work and my achievements. And about what we talk, I am engaged. I like to be in the LC. I like to be in ISEC. I committed to the mission, to the values which we have, to my team, my leader, and so on and so on. Any questions to hear? Or comments, suggestions? Okay. So we already talked about team standards. About national educational cycle, we will talk more about more on this step. Because for now we are already covering all basic with onboarding. So now we need to focus more on the next part, and in April will come the next part of functional education, and we will decide how to deliver it in the best way possible with operations. And today we will talk more about words of recognition on engagement and on LCM because it's touch points to implement like most of these things. So the words of recognition. I don't like animation. and it's a bit fuck up with presenting. Amazing. This is the theory. This is what I learned actually on TM Summit in Prague. When I was with the rest of people from other countries and so on. That rewards recognition should have a clear goal for what you implement in it, what you want to reward and recognize. Because it can be just numbers, it can be behaviors, it can be something connecting with your vision as EB and so on. So you need to understand what you want to appreciate. Also, you need to understand how you will measure the effectiveness of this reward recognition. Because you are not just reward and recognize people, you need to understand is it working for people or not? Are people participating in it or not? And you need to understand how to track it, how to understand are people participating, if you have any point system and so on, to understand how you are working on it. Yeah, you need to understand what should be rewarded and what should be recognized because it's two different things. And for rewarded, you need to have the synergy with what happened. Sorry, spoilers. Yeah, for you to see the full screen. Yeah, you need to talk with the finance because finance people, they have mindset that all investments should be returned in the LC. For example, if you're appreciating people with discount for the conference or something, you need this person to do some amount of approves. So this person bring investments in the LC, so you can give this person as reward, like invest in the person. Um, and recognitions is what you appreciate people putting them in ICOM, appreciate them on LCM, and so on and so on. And you need to understand, okay, how you can recognize people and how you can reward people in your LC. For example, it was really blow-minded for me in ISIC in Germany. They can't reward people. They can't do personal rewards, not on LC level, not on national level. For example, you are covering conference for the person in ISIC in Germany, they can't do it. So they based their rewards recognition system as the whole entity on recognition, on like free things which LC can do for members and so on, because they can't, according to law or something, invest in it. Yes, and it should be, yeah, for me it was like, wow, Elsa. You can talk with them on Euroexpro. It will be interesting. And it should be relevant rewards. It's better to ask people how they can be rewarded or recognized because maybe you think that, oh, to appear in ICOM, it's really cool, or to cover the IXP, like to have more discount, it's cool. But your people can have other opinion, so mainly you need to understand what they want, how they want to be recognized and rewarded, and it can depend from the LC. So you need to understand. Like I will not give you the magic pill here. I need to ask your people. It can be on LCM, it can be on area meetings, it can be through team leaders, and so on. And for sure, for rewards recognition, you need to have synergy with finance because if it's reward, it's investments. And actually, like you already understand that TM have a huge amount of things to do and a huge amount of things to control, to implement, and so on. So finance, this is the person who can really help you with implementation of this rewards and recognition system. So you create with him or her implementation plan for the LC to divide responsibilities and so on, and to create your routine, how you will work on it and update it. For example, when I was in EB, I was marketing and I had my own department who was working and so on. We had the campaign, LC campaign, part of reward recognition, and the main responsible of it was finance. He made posting, he count the points, he post the winner of the week, and so on and so on. So our TM focused more on other things. So this is the what you should decide in on your LC level. Is it clear about the rewards recognition system? how like the main principles. Does already someone have something like this or any ideas, something which exists? Can you tell not only yes, but a bit more about it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really cool idea. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here I think there is example not appreciating only results but also behaviors, like to be more entrepreneur. Someone else have something to share about Arandar? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can bring example from my past experience. We had reverse recognition, not personal, but for the team. And this is what you use if you need to focus more on the team performance as well. Like you can have both, for example. And as a team, we recognize team standards implementation. So I had this 10-15 minutes with my team leaders as VP when I sit and check, okay, on this week, did you do this according to standards? Or like, did you cover like this month's touch points and so on? And also, as was already mentioned, they had the weekly goal, the monthly goal, and also on weekly basis. I asked, okay, this is what your goal, what did you achieve, and so on. And our TM appreciate teams according both of parts, because usually team standards implementation should reflect on the results. So she appreciate the whole team and reward the whole team based on this, based on how they do team standards. So they are really working as a team and how they perform. And we appreciate them also with discounts for the conference, like small one for everyone, like 10%, 20%. And also, like in the beginning of my term, we did bunch of t-shirts. My LC was huge, so we did 300 t-shirts. It was very, very cheap for us, and then we just give it to people because it was like it didn't cost LC a huge amount of money. Um, so let's divide the roles like in roles of recognition. Like you have this clear division for what you are responsible of TM, for what operation responsible because they're also playing part in this, and finance. And then we will talk how we will work on it on national level. So how do you think, what is LCPTM role in reverse recognition? It was the question. Just tell what do you think, and we will manage it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. What else? Like here we don't have only OGX people, so it's operations. What else? You are just great, and then it's working somehow. Mm-hmm. So LCVPTM role also to engage people to participate. Yep. How like it can be done to have like, because engage it's like engage very abstract. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's launch. It's explanation. It's really important because if people don't understand, usually they're not participating. And else it's icon. You can really use your icon in Instagram to engage people more, to showcase who already participating, and so on and so on, and give people not only just showcase people, but also give them some tips and tricks. Okay, you want to be in the top in this campaign, this is what you need to do, or like to share GCP from other members and so on. Something else for LCPTM role. We create system, we engage members. Is it enough, or we need to do something else? Mm-hmm. And also here, I don't know how it's in Spain, but like in Russia, some people can be too competitive and they're really close to kill other members for some prize or for something in like I don't know, maybe like just in case, just like risk management part to be ready to manage some aggressive things. Maybe it will not happen with you. It will be cool. But also it's in the healthy competition for everyone, not like I also understand in the parallel that they're working for one team at the end, not just fighting with each other for some prize. Yeah, and for me, also how you're like part of the management, you are tracking how is it going because only like the clear tracking system will help you to understand who is participating, who is on which level, and so on. Because also if you have this point system, you need to see it somehow, or you will be lost and then just at the end you will not able to count the final results. Are you agree with it? Okay, something else for TM, or we can move. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, what is the role of LCVP operations in reverse recognition? How do you think? Mm-hmm. So they also have this role of engage people in participation, not only you trying to convince everyone with reminders, also explanation if it's needed. Constant reminders. This is important. Uh, okay, something else for LCVP. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm agree because if you have this point system of goal achievement that people don't know their goals, it's like hard to achieve it. Something else here, or we can move to finance. Mm-hmm. Good. Something else for operations, or we can move. Yay, we're improving. Uh, okay. What will be the role of finance? Yeah, I'm just trying how to put it because economic goals. It's sounds interesting. Uh, I think track budget fulfillment that you are like investing, but you are not like investing without any returns. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Um. Yeah, because we have some else's who now like really can't invest in membership simply. So the finance can be the first person who should understand how to reward people without investments. Mm-hmm. Something else here? Yes, no, we're going further. I think like finance transparency. I think this is the role not only for awards recognition but overall. And also, if you check team standards implementation too, you saw I changed like it is originally it team standards budget. But for example, for GIGS, we're not thinking a lot about budget and so on. But everyone should have like finance education, understand it that we're working with the real money, how it's working inside the organization, and so on and so on. Okay, something else with finance, or we're moving. Yay! Let's go next. We don't have a lot of time actually. But maybe now we can decide. Like the main question. Do you need any template or something for R&R like from national level? Rewards and recognition. Very simple. It's okay. It's happening. So how do you think? Do you need any template or like basic from national level, or like it's okay, I will manage by myself? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm agree with it as well because like even the rewards or the things which you will appreciate will be different by Elsie, and it's more than normal. Okay. Template from national level. How it should look like. The main things like its point system. Like it's tracking for person or for team. What should be inside and so on. Like your ideas, I will put and then we will make it and we will present you for feedback. Uh, Now it's time for brainstorming because okay, template from national level. Like I can do whatever I want with this template, but maybe now you have some inputs how it should look like or what should be inside and so on. So it will be like more adaptable for you for use it in LC. Mm-hmm. It should be personal. As I understood, everyone using pointing system, so it will be pointing system. You agree? Mm-hmm. Maybe some automatization for you not to count it each time. So for you, it will be like really useful template, not just some cool thing, good looking. What else should be? Like it should be divided by areas or all people in one pool. Mm-hmm. Like try to imagine like a bit more details. Maybe you already have something, so we can just upgrade this thing. I hear that in Rahil told that in Balotara you have stages. Like, does everyone need stages, or for you it's okay just to have like the pool of rewards and recognition with the cost of pointings? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will think about it. Uh, okay, something else because we don't have a lot of time. If you have something, other ideas, always welcome in my personal messages or in the common group. I will put it and I will take it in consideration. Okay, so as I understand, we are moving next. Yeah, and last part we did it already for team standards. How do you think what should be LCVPTM routine for R&R implementation? So what you as LCVP should do like during the week, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, quarterly, for like to implement it. Mhm. 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 What else should happen? Mhm. And maybe to have this some rewards and recognition, and maybe to have this rewards and recognition to the people like best member of the month or like these people pass the stage. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Arendar itself. What else should happen in your routine to make it happen? Mm-hmm. Review. And I think here to review not only the rewards but also the system itself and the campaigns, because maybe like you will change the theme of R&R based on the winter peak or summer peak or admission or onboarding and so on. Also, if you have very long R&R, it can be like a bit boring for people. So you need to understand how to like this is part of engagement. To understand how to engage people more in it. What else? How often you need to work with your synergies with operations and with finance. like as the minimum. Like if you understand that you need weekly or you have opportunity to do it weekly, you're always welcome. hmm And maybe you can showcase progress for EB weekly on EB meetings and finance. And here is showcase progress. Mm-hmm. Something else? Yes, no, moving next. Yay, going next. I love this animation. LCM. I will present you the main themes based on my experience of LCMs in different LCs and countries and so on. And after, if you have some feedback, some comments, or some GCP, you will have space to share. So for me, the main learning which I had, what is making LCM really good LCM, if you perceive it as event, as a like 2 hours conference, and you have the same level of preparation and so on. You have a clear goal for members, so you understand for 100% as people in all UAB for what you're doing this LCM. And you're also doing it not only for EB, for your strategy and so on, but also you understand why members need to go there and what will be useful for them. According to standards, it should happen minimum 1 time per month, but not often than 2 times per month. If you're doing LCM each week, you really need to think like if you have really clear goal why you're doing it each week, it's okay. If you doing it just doing it, you need to think about it. And also, it's good to do it not more than 2 hours. So people will not be very tired, very boring, and you have space right after to go to have a beers in the bar, to have this informal space, and so on. As a format, it can be different formats. Depends of your goal and what you want to have from this LCM. Main six, it's keynote. It's if someone coming and going like with some speech with one clear outcome. It can be some EB, LCP, or someone from EB if you have MC or alumni. It can be workshop if you understand that you need to increase some skills and so on. It can be just going through the current state, so to have this part of transparency. Also, you can mix these formats depend of your time. So, for example, current state you can have like always here, or you can start each LC with 15 minutes keynote about the message which will support your goal. Brainstorming, it will help you a lot like during performing because okay, members and leaders will face the problems, but also they need to understand how to solve these problems, so let them to create solutions and take responsibility by themselves. And this is why we usually have brainstorming spaces. Feedback space also can be part. It can be feedback, like feedback about LCM itself, of course, but also about the ICOM or about the EB or about the education, whatever like you think is needed. And games can be for team bonding, games can be for LC bondings, games also can be for some increase some skills of the members and so on. Depends from what you want. What should happen before? Like usually, at least in my LC, what was really helpful to have registration, short one, like for questions. But we understand who is going, so we can shape LC's influence on agenda. And we have here pool with expectations, so we understand what people want to see there for what they're going. So to understand how to make for them relevant agenda. Yes, and as preparation for for the conference, you're making the agenda, even it's for 2 hours. You allocate fast. You're not running all LCM, just LCP or just you. So each people have a part. Also, this is how you increasing your public speaking skills and so on. Also, you can, if you understand that some of team leaders capable, it's really cool to give them opportunity to run something. Uh, some Russian words. Sorry, I will fix it. Um, yeah, you need to have clear deadlines for to preparing the content and so on. So everything will be prepared beforehand, not like in the last minute. Yeah, and to arrive early to prepare everything. So when people will arrive, you will not put in the PPT technique, checking everything is working or it's not working as usually it's happening. But you will start to talk with members from other departments and so on. And right after, the main thing which will help you to striving for excellence and to make HLCM not the same, but better and better and better. So because if you're doing the touch point better, more people come, and people come in like constantly on these touch points if they like it. So feedback understand you help you to understand what was good, on what you can capitalize, what you need to improve, what people like notice should be improved, and main outcome, did you really deliver the message which you want to deliver or not. So and after you analyzing this feedback and to make start stop continue based on what you're doing your next LCM, and doing it better. Any questions for this part? Is everything is clear? Yes? No? Amazing. Do you have any things to share? Some GCP, some cool ideas, some BCP maybe, like for people not to repeat your mistakes as well? Yes? No? These people talk. Okay, like it's understandable. It's just 1 month past. You had your leak. So yep. Like we will have as soon as you will have something to share, you can share in the group, and also we'll have sharing spaces in network calls. And we're going to the last part. Not the last part. Sorry. We still have this part for LCMs. So yeah, you know this system. What is LCPTM role in LCMs? How do you think? What should be LCPTM role in local committee meeting? Like it's including preparation, running, and so on. So you're finally responsible of preparation and facilitate the space. For me, it's mainly as agenda manager because you're making this agenda, and first you need to be sure that everyone else is delivering their content as well. But yes, like if you want to be fussy, you always can because you're making the content and you can decide when you will be fussy. It's very useful. Um, what else should be in TM? Mm-hmm. Um, so yeah, responsible to collecting the people. Mm-hmm. What else? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So clear follow up and next steps after the LCM. Mm-hmm. Something else? Yes, no, we're going next. Yeah, and this is like the part of the content which you can have. Else I will add here. I think there is no lead spaces. Thank you for reminder. Um, okay, LCP role. What is LCP role in local committee meetings? Because like it's local committee meeting, so they also should play some role in it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Report part of LC state. I'm agree. Should be LCP. What else? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, usually if you don't have any like invited person as a like MC or alumni, LCP is the one who is as a chair of the LCM and who engage people and so on. Mm-hmm. Something else? Mm-hmm. We don't have this in compendium, but I will reformulate it in the way that LCM is supporting EB needs, like EB strategic needs. So not only like fun for like the needed things for members, but also the strategic thing that you need to deliver to achieve your vision as EB. Um, what I just said, I need to formulate it. Ah, yeah, thank you. I forgot the word. Um, mm-hmm. And also LCP role synergy with TM because yes, TM is creating content and so on, but LCP should be aware of like okay, what will happen in this LCM and so on, and maybe like take some responsibilities for preparation as well if you need any help for it. Ah, something else for LCP role? Yes, no, going further. Good. And last part for it, the routine. Also, you know the logic. Uh, what should be your routine as LCVP to make the best LCMs for your LC? What should happen? Mm-hmm. So monthly to run LCM, actually. I'm agree with it. Uh, so you're doing like running it bi-weekly, special for people who run it bi-weekly. Uh, what else should happen? I'm agree because if it's happened monthly, you have just like three, and that's all. What else should happen? How you need to work on preparation. Mm-hmm. So collecting inputs for the content. Mm-hmm. What else? Mm-hmm. This is like when you can present agenda, divide sessions, and so on for the next. And also for people who run it monthly, it's monthly. Something else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm agree. Something else here? Mm-hmm. I think this is like you understand if you have bi-weekly, so you're working on it bi-weekly, if monthly by monthly, but the thing which we're doing weekly for preparation, we're collecting inputs. So, oh, we have this issue, okay, when we will solve it? We'll solve it on LCM or we'll solve it on area meeting or somewhere else. Okay, something else here or we are moving? Yes, I'm recording. Good. Last thing, I promised, last one. Uh, yeah, engagement survey. It should be the main topic for this call, but things happening. So Amanda, I will just help you to understand why we are having it and why it's really important to collect the answers and what it will give you, your role and also the timeline. So yeah, the main content which we have, you will see it here. Also, I will show you the previous report of building. It will be a bit different for this, so it will be uh, more detailed for Elsie's. So yeah, we have information about people itself. Also, like we have these two questions for you to understand a bit more about your people and about your LC. Yeah, the check-in question XP is very important, so you will know exact people who want to go. So you can last push for them for IXP. Engagement. This is how we understand how people engage about mission, culture, role, enjoyment, and so on. NPS, like understand who is promoter, who is distractor, who is neutral people for the LC. Also, like for the organization, also per LC. This is how we like it's our pulse of the entity and of the LC, how many people feel good and will really promote organization for their friends. And distractors, this is the people on whom we need to put a huge attention to understand who is it and how to work with these people. Yeah, and also they had space to put what they want, what they think we need to improve as an organization, so it's very useful. Team standards building. I put here it's overall. In next time I started to did it. I start do it from the performance. I will put it per area per LC, so you will understand have a bit more detailed information. Also about the onboarding. Yeah, and goal, team, and so on. Results, who's with people, who's from people already bringing results, who's not, who even don't know what to do. So you will know these people. Also per area. Um, yeah, and also we have this table, engagement performance. So to understand where is our people, because these best members, this is the future of your LC. Like this is your pipeline. So you need to move people from all the other areas to this one. Knowledge, how people satisfied with the knowledge, also per LC, what they missing, and so on. Yeah, what helping people to bring results, what stop them, how many time they spend. Yes, and some summary, like the main insights from the survey. So this is how it's look like. If we will have enough answers, we will have this amazing report. I will work on it on this week, right after we will finish the line of collecting answers. Yeah, I will do national one, because usually taking a huge amount of time to build it. Like for me, it's taken now 1 day, and it's like the shortest. What I really advise you to do, you have all answers. I already will share with someone who didn't found it yet. You have all answers in Podio, March 19, engagement survey, building. You can find it all answers for your LC, and you can do the same report for your LC. You can just check the answers, or you can do like it's in the report format. I will share you the drive when I have template of this PPT, so you can just adapt it for your LC. I will try to understand how with NST we can do it per LC, like we will talk about it. But if you want to have this information this week already, right after the line, you can go, you can check, and you can make this report by yourself. Um, yeah. So your main role here, to check national report, because there is like I'm started to do it with a lot of information per LC. So you will have more detailed information for your local committee. To make and analyze local report, I really advise you to do it. It will help you. It will really help you, and create and implement action steps. Okay, not just to have these numbers and this cool information in smart PPT, but to understand, okay, what you will do next with this information, and what you will do with it with your synergies, because this is the huge insights for OG expert for how to manage leaders, members, and so on. I'm doing it as well with MCVPs, and the timeline for you to understand how it will be and so on. For March, we already have like building. On WeStep, I will launch the one for performing. Then WeStep as well, we will decide a bit the timeline, how it will be. So in May, June, we'll have like this performing closing or closing building. Depends from the timeline of the teams. And in July, for sure, we'll be performing. Any questions for engagement survey? Everything is clear. Amazing. So next steps. How do you think? What should be your next steps after this amazing call and this a huge amount of information? Mm-hmm. LCM. What else? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the part of preparing. Uh, I just finished. Uh, oh, sorry, because I'm not there. I don't. Where is he? Okay, next time you like, because if he will not like ask, I cannot do it. So next time you will see he's like appearing. Please tell me. I will go immediately. For relevant words. Okay, what else should be your next steps? Engagement survey. No pressure. Yeah, to check the engagement survey because like I swear it will be really really useful for you. Response and then report as soon as like the one which is going right now. You can check the answers tomorrow because today was deadline. Yeah, and then I think on Friday I will be able in the letter to put for you the report. Like as soon as I will make it done, I will send it to the group. As I did for closing. Okay, something else here. Maybe not to like to show them everything because like you need to be conscious about it. But when if you have some insights or inputs, like it will be right thing to go to team leaders. I'll say if the things is going within their teams or with their members, like it's logical to go and to talk with them. Okay, like what's happening or like play we need to change something here. Good, something else here, what should happen? Yes, no. Yeah, it's our next webinar I think. By yeah, I think that's the main three steps according the things about what we discussed. uh Yeah, mainly this is all content from me for today. Well, late. I'm really sorry, but I should manage like two webinars in one. It was really hard. For I hope for next time it will be good. Do you have any questions, feedback, comments, anything for me for now? Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's just because it's already late and people like I understand your state. Amazing. So this is all. I will send you. And I should stop recording.